Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Help support my channel. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers pretty much as soon as possible. So then I go live streaming because YouTube policy, they won't let me go live until I have 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to all the folks out there that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet, please take this moment now with helping me. Click subscribe. Next, click the bell. And next, click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Plus, click the thumbs up button and every time you watch my videos. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on either my Patreon or PayPal links. If you join my Patreon page, then you'll get early access to these videos 24 hours before they're posted on the YouTube and lots more. If you prefer just leaving a small tip, click on PayPal. Either way, then you get that warm sense of satisfaction years down the line knowing that you helped me become a successful YouTuber.
Saturday, September 17th, 4:44 p.m. New York time. Breaking news. Next Wednesday, 2 p.m. New York time, the Federal Reserve will release statements. Yeah, the FOMC, Foxtrot, Oscar, Mike, Charlie statements. Plus, they're either going to leave alone or change the federal funds rate. We'll see what happens. Going forward, now, let's look at the big picture. Yeah, the broad markets. First, we're going to do a top-down of the S&P 500, the go-to United States stock index, the S&P 500. I'll say that again. The top stock index is the S&P 500, not the Dow, not the NASDAQ, not the Russell 2000, not the other, the S&P 500. There's too many media reporting constantly, just mentioning one or the other, not including the S&P 500. Shame on them. Looking at the monthly chart, current candles red, lower high, lower low. This is all this year. The trend is down. It's in a consolidation phase. Here's the low of last year, above the low of last year. Yeah, huge tail on the top, small body. That's where we are right now. But inside this consolidation, take it down to a faster time frame, the weekly. For the week, closed red, huge trading range, the top to the bottom, vertical, huge trading range. This trading range overlapped the two prior weeks. That is a consolidation. Because it's a huge trading range, I label midpoints. It's that gray horizontal line going left to right, like we had here and here. Yeah. The bottom of this weekly candle tested this point. What was this point? This was consolidation. This was a breakout trend to the upside. So all we did was do a retracement to retest this breakout. Again, that breakout was buyers, smart money buying, and they ran it up for several weeks to these highs. Very nice. That's what we're seeing maybe happening here. Use caution. If you're looking to trade bearish right now, maybe you're late. You may be late to the program because it may have a retracement, may have a bounce. Go to a faster time frame from the weekly down to the daily. Look at this now, the daily. See these lines I drawn? What kind of pattern is that? Line trend, pull back, trend, pull back, trend, pull back. That was a bearish pattern referring to a head and shoulder. Yep. This was the right shoulder. I'm going to zoom in. See, here was the left shoulder, right shoulder, the head. This week, we broke below the right shoulder. See this yellow horizontal line? That was a swing low. We broke below it Friday. Now I'm going to remove that horizontal line. Yep, broke below it. And looking at the current candle here, look at that. Huge wick on the bottom. Maybe you use the word till, maybe use the word shadow. So I'm letting you know all three. Apples, apples, apples. Because we don't know what we don't know. And maybe where you're getting your education from, they call them tills. Maybe someone else calls them shadows or wicks. Easy to be confused. Shame on people that don't dumb it down and explain it well. because some of us go on for years not understanding if some person says wicks and the other is a shadow, if they're talking about the same thing, because they may not even know those talking heads. Shame on them. Well, Friday, look what we did here. We gapped down. We didn't fill the gap yet, but there's a gap down there. Okay, that's concerning because it gapped lower, not higher, and gaps often get filled. Yeah, because gaps often get filled, you want to have a situation of where they're at, and if they're coming into that area. So there's still that gap. But this huge candle, long wick on the bottom, small body on top, is referred to a hammer. At the bottom of a trend, a hammer is often looked at as potentially bullish. I'm going to share you a trade idea right here, right now, because this is a hammer. Some traders watch this closely, and if it breaks above that high, they start buying. They're not necessarily buying to hold for 1 year, 1 month, 1 generation. No, they're looking for a trade of opportunity. So that high of the S&P 500 here is 3880.95. I'll say that again. The high is 3880.95. So I need to adjust this so it's accurate. Again, when I hover over this, you're going to see the high up here. Let's say right there, high. So now I'm hovering over it, 3880.95. Plus, I'm going to set an alert. And I'm going to set that alert for 1 penny higher. There we go. 1 penny higher. Set it. Now it says alert. So when that goes off, I'm going to get a notification in my email, my phone, my trading platform. And I'll come back and look at that, decide if I'm going to take a day trade there, a swing trade, opportunities. I'm going to remove these drawings here so you can see a little bit clearer. There we go. All you do is just see the candle by itself. Significance. Now I'm only going to show you the big round numbers. Big round numbers. Yep. It's sitting above 3850 right there. I'll use due diligence to be aware of this in the coming days. Now let's look at one more time frame. Look at the intraday on the 4-hour on the S&P 500 futures. 4-hour candles, because this trades, nearly 24/7. So that alert may come off when the regular stock market's not open. Well, I have an account with the futures. I trade futures, so I could participate in that party, where most people that only have accounts to trade stocks will be late to the game. Shame on them. Zoom in. Look at this. Zoom back out. This candle, the last 4-hour candle from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. New York, huge green candle, made a higher high, higher low, engulfing candle, engulfed all those bodies, candles. That's a bullish trigger. Yeah, so again, I'll see if a candle goes above that, say price action chart goes above that high Sunday night. And that, if it does, I might consider putting my trade on Sunday night with options and close the Monday or Sunday night for gains and be able to sleep in Monday because I just made my paycheck for the week or for month or the year, depending on how much capital I'm going to put in there. You could do that too. Okay, let's go to the broad market by first looking at the stock indexes. Again, we're looking at the weekly time frame, the stock indexes. S&P 500 already did that on the weekly. Now we're looking at the NASDAQ 100s. This stock index is inside the S&P 500. Look at that. Currently, consolidation. Consolidation, huge candle overlapping those. Dow Jones Industrial Average. This index is also inside the S&P 500. And look at this candle. Yeah, broke below this consolidation, already closed below it. It's worse than the NASDAQ 100. The Dow Transports, this index is also in the S&P 500. Look how long this vertical trading range, the high and lows, huge, huge trading range. Look what it did, made a new low for the year. That was the low of the year. This one made a new low for the year. Yeah, so that's more bearish. And the Dow Utilities, it's in a huge consolidation phase, much closer to the highs of the years. Yeah, there's still money in the stock market. There's still money going in the stock market. The money's rotating. It's just rotating. The Russell 2000 is not inside the S&P 500, but it's an index. Look at that consolidation phase. So zoom in, look at the last candle onto the right, identify what color is the last candle, identify did it close above or below the prior week. S&P 500 closed below the prior week. Same with the NASDAQ. Same with the Dow. Same with the Dow Transports. Same with the Dow Utilities. Nope. Actually closed just shy. Same with the Russell 2000. But the other thing to identify is who's trending lower and who's in acceleration. Excuse me. Look at the Dow Utilities. It's in acceleration. So if this index goes higher Monday and the NASDAQ ones goes lower Monday, and the Dow goes lower Monday, they all affect the S&P 500 because those indexes are inside of here. Opportunities. Let's go look into the next. What's the next? Well, the S&P 500 has 11 sectors. I showed you what stock indexes are in there, but let's look at the sectors. We're going to dissect it, see who the winners and losers are. Look at first XLK. XLK. X-Ray Lee McKeel is technology sector. Yeah, huge smackdown. It's like the NASDAQ 100 smackdown. XLV. Healthcare. Oof, look at this one. Look at this again. XLK, much closer to the low of the year, smackdown. Versus XLV, healthcare. It's in a tight consolidation to not take out the low of last week. See, there's a divergency there. One's holding up, one's selling off. Money was leaving technology sector and still inside the healthcare. It also made a higher high. XLF Financials, huge consolidation. Hit a higher high, higher low. Are you supporting your bank? Well, your bank wants your money. That's what this is. XLY, consumer discretionary. Huge consolidation, but made a higher high, higher low. So if you looked at just those indexes I showed you earlier, you would not be situation aware because the stock index is what? Made lower lows, most of them closing below the prior week, where these stock sectors, by dissecting the S&P 500, we're seeing strength on certain sectors. And each sector has industries inside there. XLC, communication services, new low for the year. Did your go-to source tell you that? New low for the year. Yeah. XLC, communication services, is doing worse than those stock indexes I showed you. XLI, industrial. Oof, huge smackdown. Broke below this consolidation. Really bad. XLP, consumer staples, same thing. Broke below here. Huge smackdown. But look at that. It tests the midpoint right here. Buyers stepped in and that low wick there. Interesting. Yep. It's holding right there. XLE, energy. Huge consolidation. Nope. It made a higher high and a higher low than prior week. There's no panic selling there yet. XLU, utilities. Yeah. Higher high. Also made that low, but it made a new high for the year. New high for the year. Did anybody tell you that their stock's making new high for the year? Who told you that? Comment below. I want to know the person's name and who they work for. Because I'm hearing most people say everything's worse. Everything's making new lows. Yeah, do those people trade? Or they understand the situation broad market? Probably not. They probably have massive advertisement. And you listening to them, they're making money off you buying their products or just staying there. So I don't sell advertisement, but I appreciate you support my Patreon or Venmo or PayPal. Full disclosure. Good job out of you. Yep. Brand new high for the year. Look at that. XLRE, real estate. Huge smackdown, closed below that consolidation. XLB, materials. Look at that. New smackdown. Huge trading range too. Took out the high, then low, closed below the consolidation. Testing demands on where buyers were. So these 11 sectors, some of them are hitting new highs, some are hitting new lows. And let's continue by looking at what we want to look at. Where else the big money's going into? Well, the FANG Plus, maybe the money's leaving there. What's the FANG Plus? The most broad market stocks that are traded. Again, we're looking at each candles a week. Apple. Look at Apple. broke below the low of last week. That green candle was, the prior week was the green candle. So last week, huge trading range, unbelievable. A buyer stepped in holding it up 150. Microsoft, smackdown. Yep, broke below this consolidation. Almost took out that swing low of the year. A buyer stepped in. Amazon, look at that tight consolidation. Meta, again, Meta owns what? Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, bunch of other things. New low for the year. That's right. Meta made new low for the year. Google, AK, also known as what? Alphabet, new low for the year. Remember, technology, I showed you technology, new low. Tesla, green, higher high, higher low. Are you aware of that? They're trending up. November, Victor Delta Alpha, new low for the year. NVIDIA and Netflix, actually green. Oh my God, look at that. Netflix made a higher high, higher low. Shame on them. This streaming video company is performing better than Meta. Oh, come on now. Alibaba, Bravo Alpha, took out that low, this consolidation area. Yep, it's currently trending down, slow grind down. Again, big Chinese company, as China continues locking down most of the country, major cities, it's hurting their economy. They have a choice, and that's what the leadership of China is choosing to do. They market themselves the top down as communists, but they certainly like capitalism lifestyle. But again, capitalism, communism, no, it's the leadership, whoever they title themselves is, are making policies that's hard on their people. Just like the past administration to the United States doing lockdowns, it hurt our economy a lot. And now the suffrage is now. It takes time for it to affect them. Many thanks for watching. Thank you, as always, for spending just a little bit of your time with me. If you've gotten value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on my PayPal or Venmo. You can leave a small tip. If you don't want to share financial support, no problem. Just click the like and subscribe and leave a comment, please.